But that's kind of all he did, and I kind of resented him for that. Like, really? Like, all you're going to do is just, hey, here's a house payment, Okay, thanks, But he didn't have to drive me to the hospital. He didn't have to see me dry heaving. Like, he didn't have to see any of that. And the one time I asked him, and I didn't have any intentions of moving to Phoenix, Arizona. But I asked him, I was like, hey, how about I come stay with you? New place might really help me kind of get back on my feet, and maybe I'll put the alcohol down forever, Well, I don't know. Son, we'll have to see. And I just wanted to see his response, and maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it really kind of built some pretty big walls of resentment. And just to think that, really, like, you're not going to help me. And his parents, my grandfather, grandmother, were alcoholics, is what I'm told, on that side of the family. So I would assume, hey, you should probably know a little bit more about this. But, again, I shouldn't assume people know things. And maybe that's what makes them shy away from it even more. I don't know. But his whole theory on it is, well, you're not drinking in my house, by God, you better get out of here. Instead of, hey, son, let me get you some help. I'll be right here with you the whole way, like my mom did, and so I resented him for that. So when I sent the message to him, it wasn't a very nice one, but I haven't talked to him in 2 years, so I didn't invite him. There's still a letter I need to write to him, and I don't need to explain myself. I just need to do it for me, so that I'm not like him, like, well, I don't need to talk to that son of a bitch then. I don't need to be like that. I don't need to hold on to that. I need to just send him a letter saying, you know what? You can't change your past. You did what you did. I did what I did. Here's where I stand, and want to move on, that's fine. If not, well, whatever. Went through life pretty good without you, so. But yeah, that letter still needs to be sent. So yeah, I didn't invite him. I don't even know if he knows that I'm getting married, but I don't know. Like I say, he made choices he made, and I made the ones that I made. So, but I have been thinking about that a lot, and that has been weighing on my mind. It's not going to make me drink. Not today. So I'm feeling really good. A little nervous about the crying, though. They're good emotions. They're happy tears. I just wish I would have practiced a little bit more on the vows. But we'll see. If you watch the video, I don't know. I told Marty that I might have to edit it just so I don't seem so teary-eyed. And now it's not even quiver cheek that I'm worried about. It's like, I don't even know what to call it, gasping, like you start crying, you get choked up. Like, I don't know, there's a word for it, I'm sure. If there's not, let me make one up. Like, choke speak. When you choke, I love you. That would be kind of funny if it's the whole wedding, I'm just up there bawling, and then I go to say the vows, and it's like, and I got quiver cheek going at the same time. Corey Whitfield. Maybe it wouldn't be funny. I'm sure my sister would laugh. She would think it's funny, though. But, yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to have to go complete the rest of my day in this beautiful winter wonderland of Traverse City, Michigan. It's crazy. Like, all this snow just came down, like, overnight. I don't know. It almost feels like Christmas morning. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. Yeah, that's something. No, well, no, it was no. It was just too excited. Like, Marnie was excited. I was excited. Still, I am. And I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm so glad I'm sober. I sent my mom a message just real quick before I get done. But I sent my mom a message saying that I had to go through all the things that I had to go through. All the struggle made me who I am today. Not totally, but it helps me appreciate who I am today. And we word that. Because without the struggle, without the hard times, I wouldn't know how good this really does feel. I might take this for granted. I'm not going to do that. I've already wasted so much time, so many days of my life that I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to appreciate the things that are right here in front of me and the moments that I do have. And I really plan on just doing this marriage thing once. So I'm going to enjoy it and remember everything that I can. And every emotion that I feel, I'm going to feel it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to push it back down. I'm just going to just roll with it, man. But yeah, that message I sent to my mom though was pretty deep, and just the whole meaning of it was that I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad I'm where I'm at. I don't regret my past. I don't regret any of it. And I think it was part of God's plan. And for me to be, doing a podcast and helping other people, in different ways, I couldn't do that if I didn't have to go through all that bad. If I didn't experience all of it, and to come out looking like, hey, what's up? I'm a person. Some things need to change around this country, around the world, with how people with addictions are treated. And I'll stand up and say it in front of anybody. I don't care. The stuff needs to change. The courts need to change. Think about it. And I've said this probably on the podcast before. And before, maybe I should, this is a whole nother podcast, but we'll just tease it a little bit. The jail is a business. You realize that. Does your grandma and grandpa know that? Because they're, I don't want that crime in my community. Well, okay, well then help people. Why would you send them to jail to meet other criminals where they're getting zero help? Okay, let's just say that instead of jail, you're sent to a facility where you're working with a therapist and drug counselors and drug therapists. The people that want to help you, that want you to succeed. Recovery coaches who've been there before, who can inspire and give hope. So that criminal who you were going to send off to prison, that 18-year-old kid who made a bad choice, going to send him off to prison. Instead of that, how about you help him get an education, get back in school, figure out what he wants to do, become a productive member of society? Which one sounds better to you? I mean, we can send him to jail. That's what you're doing now. Or we can go, whoa. If taxpayers are paying for this anyway, why don't we send them to treatment? Oh, I don't know. Hands in some pockets, sheriffs probably. I'm sure their paycheck depends on that. How many criminals did you lock up? Oh, that's and then when marijuana, I guess Biden, said that he's going to make that, he's going to decriminalize it. So then what? Boom. Well, they got to keep finding people. They got to lock them up somehow. Jails, they're not going to pay for themselves. And somebody a long time ago probably was like, oh, don't tell them to put the bad guys in jail. And how people are treated in jail, it's a joke, man. It really is. And, if you have an option to send somebody to treatment, I think that's way better. I was talking to a woman from Wellsprings. It's a organization that, they do casework and counseling, stuff like that for families. But she was saying that their organization actually opened up a recovery school over in Detroit. And I was like, man, that's sweet. Like and I told her, I was like, we were just talking about on the podcast how they should probably have, addiction classes in schools, to teach kids about it. So when they grow up, they realize that, oh no, that's normal. That's what happens when somebody drinks that much. That's what happens when somebody has a bad day and starts drinking, and then has another bad day and starts drinking, and then has a birthday and starts drinking, and then, well, it's football, let's start drinking, and then alcohol takes over. That's how it was for me, kind of. So I don't know. There's different ways about it, but like I said, that's a whole nother podcast, and I just want to go get married. So I thank you so much for listening. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I try not to be too mushy with it, but Marty's the love of my life. I feel blessed. I feel amazing. And like I said, I wouldn't change anything in my past. I love where I'm at right now in life, and to know that all of that had to happen to bring me to this very moment right now, as it just turned 1:56 p.m. doing this podcast. I don't want to be anywhere else. So thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Might help somebody. And again, thanks for all the kind messages on social media and Facebook. I really do appreciate it. I know Marty does too. Makes us feel good, and very kind words. So thank you very much. We'll do a podcast tomorrow, and you can meet Mrs. Winfield for the first time. Have a good one. See ya.